everyone, welcome back to my channel. So glad you made it back, and if this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping in. Please subscribe for more videos, and I hope you like this one. Today I am doing the second part of my last video. My last video was the top 1 through 5 biblical baby names. Today I am doing the top 6 through 10 top baby names that are biblical. So I hope you like, and let's get started. So the first baby biblical name in this list is the name Ethan. Now, I love the name Ethan. I know many Ethans in my lifetime. The meaning of the name Ethan means strong or firm. Again, these are biblical names, so they're most likely going to be Hebrew. So this is Hebrew. Ethan is, I just love the name. It's sweet and cute, but then it also has like a strong twist to it. So I think that's very nice for that combination, because obviously the baby's going to be super sweet, and then it can grow up into an adult name as well. So the name Ethan is very, very popular. In the US, it was number 6 last year, number 6. In England, it was 18th. In Scotland, it was 24th. In Ireland, it was 31st. In New Zealand, it was 20th. In Australia, it was 10th. And ever since the 1960s, it has just been rapidly growing, not steadily, rapidly growing, ever since the 1960s, when it was about the 950th name popularity, around that area. And then it just skyrocketed all the way till today, where in the US it is number 6th. So very, very popular name if you are into popular names and common names like that. So I hope you like that name. I love it. And it is the first name on this list. So the second name on this list is actually a girl's name. So in my last video, they were all boys' names, but this one is actually a girl's name. I'm going to have actually a couple of girl names in here that are also biblical. So the second name that is biblical is Rebecca. And the meaning of Rebecca means servant of God. And it is, again, Hebrew. And so Rebecca is a name representing beauty in the Bible and in the Old Testament as well. And it has been receiving popularity in the 70s, but, around that time it was pretty popular. But now it is still a pretty, well-used name. And, not that popular, but still in the top 500. So if you're looking for a baby name that is common, but not that overused in today's world, this is a great name for you. The popularity specifically for the name Rebecca, in the US, it was 188th. In England, it was 140th. In Scotland, it was 59th. In Ireland, it was 74th. So again, in Scotland and Ireland, it was in the top 100, so if you live there and you happen to like baby names that everybody uses, then go ahead, great name for you. But if you're in the US and you want a baby name that, isn't going to be all around you, then it's a great name for you, and it is the second name on our list. So the third name on our list of baby biblical names is another boy name, and it is the name Zachary. Now, it's been a top 20 name for over 10 years, and has been steadily dropping in ratings over time from these last 20 years, and it's at its kind of lowest point in decades, but it's still a long time winner in my opinion. So the meaning of the name Zachary means the Lord has remembered. It is, again, Hebrew, and still popular even though it's on the downswing. In the US, it was 88th. In England, it was 41st, and New Zealand, it was 63rd. So, from the 1960s on up to 2000s, middle 2000s, it was rising. But since 2005, it has been on the downswing. So, I hope you like that name. It's very beautiful and very manly as well, and it is the third name on our list. So the fourth baby name on our list of baby biblical names is also a girl's name, and it is the name Hannah. Now, the meaning of Hannah means grace, which I think is funny because why isn't grace that meaning as well. It probably is, because the word grace has the meaning of grace, but it's just funny that another name has that meaning, but that's pretty nice. So you could name your baby girl Hannah Grace. I mean, that's beautiful. So yes, it means grace. The origin of Hannah is, again, Hebrew, and it's still very popular. It was one of the nation's top biblical girl names. It surpassed the name Sarah in 1998 and is only behind the names Abigail and Elizabeth in biblical name terms. So it's pretty high up there. The popularity of the name Hannah in the US, it was 28th. In England, it was 55th. Scotland, it was 24th. Ireland, it was 13th. New Zealand, it was 30th. Netherlands, it was 32nd. And Australia, it was 27th. Now, ever since the 1880s, when baby names were first being recorded and stored for popularity, it was very popular. So in like 1880, it was in the top 200. But then ever since they started tracking names, it was on the downswing. So from 1880 all the way to 1960, it dropped from the top 200 all the way to the top 1,000, like at the very end. So like around the 950 area. So ever since 1880 to 1960, it has just been on a downswing. And then from 1960 to 1970, it remained constant in about the 900 areas. But then ever since 1970, it has skyrocketed, and I mean skyrocketed. So from 1970 to 1980, it went from about 900 in popularity to about 100. And then since 1980, 1990, 2000s, and 2010s, it just went right up to the top. You know, top 5, top 10. So very, very popular name. And it has gone down just a little bit since 2010s, because it is now 2017. And it is now in the US, it's 28th. So, you know, pretty, still very, very popular. And it is the 4th name on our list. So the 5th and final name on our baby names, biblical names list, 6 through 10, is the name Joshua. And I love the name Joshua so much. The meaning of the name Joshua is the Lord is my salvation. So that's always nice. Again, it is Hebrew. Joshua was a top 10 name from 1983 to about 2010 and is still ranking pretty high. An important figure in the Old Testament, Joshua was the successor of Moses, who finally led the Israelites after many battles into the Promised Land. In this term, it is biblical. In the US, it is number 33. In England, it is 16th. Scotland was 29th. Ireland, it was 38th. The Netherlands, it was 106th. Germany, it was 72nd. New Zealand, it was 26th. And Australia, it was 22nd. Now, again, very, very popular in the 1880s. When they first started tracking, it was number 200 around there. And then went on a downswing from 1880 to 1940-ish. Then from 1940 to 1970, it went back up from about the 700 area to the 400 area. But then all of a sudden, right after 1970 into 1980, it was at number ones. You know, top 10, top 20. And it has been plateaued up there in the top 10s, 20s from 1980 all the way till today. It has gone down in the past few years, but very, very popular. And it is the last name on our list, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share, subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below with any other videos you'd like to see. I can do any category you could possibly imagine. I hope you're getting some good baby names out of this list, and out of any list that I make, because who doesn't love baby names, you know? And I love baby names. And I hope, you know, if you're pregnant or whatever, you're having a baby, I hope this helps you find a great baby name that has some meaning to you. So yes, please share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much.